All right, welcome everybody. I decided to start doing a countdown until my next market. I'm hoping that my closed captioner is working correctly. It changed. They updated it somehow, and it wasn't working very good when I was testing. So I tried out this new yarn. This is a different brand of yarn than I normally use. And I like some things about it and don't like other things. I really love the color of this chocolate brown. Hi, Rabbit or Fox. How's it going? I really love the color of this. It is a pretty bulky yarn. I use Bernat Blanket normally. Not just normally. I pretty much exclusively use Bernat Blanket. And it's actually a little thicker and bulkier than Bernat Blanket. It's more uniform, which is nice, but I had to size up my hook because it's bulky, but I think it'll work okay if I really need this color. But I was definitely getting a lot of pain working with it last night, so I just made a couple of the bodies and I need to finish those up, and then I need to crochet 7 more of these to fill my self-imposed quota on these guys for my next market. How are you doing today, Rabbit or Fox? That's a very cute wave emote. I'm a big fan of wave emotes. I kind of feel like just crocheting another body, and we can do the finishing touches up later. Doing okay. Yeah, I normally don't really have very much issue with pain from crocheting. It's usually if I'm sitting in a bad ergonomic position, like if I'm leaning, because I'm chronically ill, I crochet a lot on the couch, laying down or like reclined. So I'll like lean on my arm and crochet, and that will like cause some issues. But as long as I keep moving around, it's not usually a problem. A lot of people say that Bernat Blanket causes strain for them, but I really only find it causes strain if I haven't crocheted in a while. So I don't usually have any issues that I don't know how to address anyway. I really appreciate the offer. I need a like stretching or exercise routine for like my hips and my core, because I've been ill for so long. Part of the reason I wanted to start streaming was to force myself to sit up in a chair. And so just like literally just creating the muscles by doing the thing I want to do, but I'd like to do more dedicated exercising for it. I just haven't gotten around to Googling exercises. I used to go to a physiotherapist, but I lost the coverage for it. I think I'm gonna edit that. Let me just edit this command list thing. But yeah, just I need something for because my hips get really sore from sitting in a chair for a long time. My mom says that I mainly just need to move more, like pretty much any kind of movement that involves your hips, taking breaks. I don't know if there's any like stretches or exercises that would help my hips specifically. I do think that I need better mobility in them. And then yeah, my mom was saying that because, you know, my back will hurt or whatever sitting at a desk. She says working on my core will help my back and it'll make it easier to sit and all that kind of stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6. Need my stitch marker. So this is a live view of my cat. He's in his house. I'm going to open the window. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to get everything that I want to get done before my market. The issue for me is I had a big market on the 21st of June and I sold a ton of stuff, which is, you know, great. I love that that happened, but then of course it means I need to crochet more stuff for my next market. And it was like a just under 3-week gap between the two markets. But the last market was the biggest sales day I've ever had. And then I'm expecting probably not as good of a sales return for Like, so the last market was a 1-day event, and I made I did over $1,000 of over $1,000 in sales for 1 day. And then this next one is a very big event, but it's over 3 days. And it's the kind of event where it's going to be maybe not the exact same people every day, but people are going to be coming back for, it's a powwow. So like people might come every single day of the powwow. And so it's not like the amount of people every day is going to be a fully different crowd. You know what I mean? Can I make a pre-order form for if I sell something? That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm going to put that on my list of stuff to do. Pre-order form for sold out items. Honestly, it's usually someone who comes up and specifically asks, do you have any more axolotls? Or do you have this creature? Like, there's this one guy who likes seagulls a lot, and I keep seeing him at events. And he wants a seagull specifically. And so, I make eagles, and I've made seagulls where it's just like gray instead of brown. So like it would be easy. It's easy for me to do. I just keep forgetting to do it. And then, if people people love to buy, a crochet version of the cat that they own or had previously owned. So they want it to look a certain way, obviously, like, you know, a black tuxedo or a tabby cat or something, and I'll maybe be sold out of that specific one. So I don't usually need a sample for what people ask. It's either something that I've never made or something that I've made but I'm just sold out of. And I have a wide variety of things that I sell. So I don't usually have very many of any one specific thing. Like, I have lots of cats, but I won't have, 8 of a tabby cat. I'll have like 1 or 2. I forgot to connect to... Hi, Belle. I forgot to connect to TikTok chat for me to see what's going on. If you're still here, hello, Belle. Thank you for stopping in. I should be seeing... Stop connecting. Connect. I should see your TikTok. So in the top left here, your message should have popped up there. And I don't see your message in there. So I'm just refreshing it so I can hopefully see it there. I can see your message now in OBS, but not in this chat thing. Whoa. That was weird. Long time no see. How am I? I am great. I'm in the height of market season right now. I'm doing one large market per month, which was the goal. I don't want to do, I don't really want to do more events than that. My last event was extremely successful, and I'm expecting my next one to be very successful too. There you are. I can now. You're all connected. Excellent. Pleased to hear you're well and doing good. Yeah. I'm pretty tired because I've been working myself pretty hard, and I wasn't sleeping very well for a while. I'm just double checking that my YouTube chat is working. I haven't had anybody join my YouTube live, which is fine, but I want to make sure that if someone does say something that I can see it. I don't know how to. I think it's working. I think it's working. Okay, thanks for the lurk. I have an exclamation point lurk. Command. There you go. Now you're all cozy. Have a good dinner. Oh, I can cut this off. I don't need this for now. I hope you're doing well, Belle. I try to pop into Chloe's lives, but yeah, my sleep schedule has been so hectic. I'm not always awake. Sometimes I just miss the notification that she's gone live. So my goal has been to crochet 10 of these minis per day. I did 19 on the first day, which was honestly a lot. But then the next day I did like 4 maybe. Yeah, that's part of the issue, is that I don't know when she's going to be on. Whew. And I mean, that's probably part of the reason why I haven't been doing great numbers on streaming, is because I haven't been on consistently. But with all the market prep I need to do. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the bless you. I think I'm missing a stitch. Hold on. I just stream kind of randomly, but with my market prep I have to do, I decided to do 2 hours a day of streaming, sometime between 9 a.m. and 12 a.m. Pacific time. So I think I'm missing a stitch. I'm making little mini bears. So in the bottom left, you can see there's 7 different animals there. They represent the 7 sacred teachings, which is indigenous teachings, where each animal represents a different concept. So bears are courage, and eagle is love, turtle is truth, Sasquatch is honesty, beaver is wisdom, and I don't remember what wolf is. Humility? I think it's humility. They each represent a different concept like that. So, someone commissioned me to make all 7. Oh, and buffalo. I forget what buffalo is. Someone commissioned me to make, I think 2 or 3 sets of them. And then I just started selling them at markets too. And they've been quite popular. I mean, anything that's $8 is going to be pretty popular, probably. I think I missed it here. Yeah, there. I skipped a stitch there. So for these little $8 ones, I used to do just the, I did a few different things, but the eagle is very significant in indigenous culture. So I have been doing those for a long time, and they're very popular. And I do whales as well, which is not as popular. To be honest, I think part of the issue was that people like the black and white orcas specifically. They don't necessarily want colors that don't look like the animal in real life. I've found that the general populace likes multicolor whales, but the indigenous populace likes it true to nature colors. So I need to make more black killer whales. That is on my list. My last market was super successful. I sold 79 items with a sales total of over $1,000, which has was by far my most successful market ever. The general rule of thumb for sales goals for a market is making the table fee that you pay to be there 10% of your sales. So I paid $75 to be there, so $750 was the goal, and even if it was only even if it was $750, if that was what I actually sold, that would have been more than what I expected. The most I've ever sold at an event is like $550. So like it was almost double my best sales day. So yeah, I was very, very happy with that. It was a really busy event. I basically almost always had somebody in my booth. Hi, Sawyer. I'm gonna finish this round, okay, buddy? And then we can have some pets. Yeah, I know. Hold on. Oh, Sawyer, Sawyer's the usual. Demands lots of pets and hugs. Hi, Fabulous. Hope you're doing well today. Come on. Why are you being this way? There we go. We always need the Sawyer interludes. He's been better about coming, and I'll oblige and give him pets and cuddles for a little while, but then I tell him that they're all done and he's like, okay, I guess they're all done, and he'll leave. So he's been much better about doing that. I have taught him what all done means. We use it a lot. I tell him when I'm getting out of bed in the morning, I'll tell him bedtime all done, and he'll usually audibly complain even before I've moved out of bed. Like he's like, no, I don't want bedtime to be all done. I'm like, sorry, buddy, I have to go pee. And he'll like begrudgingly get up with me and go to the bathroom. I have trained him to lead me to the bathroom to brush my teeth, or maybe to shower. So I give him treats when I brush my teeth and take my medication before I go to bed. And if he comes to the bathroom after I've showered, he'll get treats after I've showered. But sometimes in the middle of the day, he'll like stare me down or meow at me, and I'll get up and follow him, and he'll lead me into the bathroom like, do you need to brush your teeth? Is it time to brush teeth? Can I get a treat for brushing your teeth? And I'll be like, no, buddy, I'll like brush teeth all done. He's like, like he'll often, he will often huff at me. Yes. Oh, yes, Sawyer. Yes, he has an audible huff or sigh. And the huffing and sighing are actually different. Like he'll go like forceful huff. Yeah, he grumbles. He likes to meow, but like with his mouth closed. So it'll be like, He probably thinks I'm annoyed with him right now. No, sorry, I'm just demonstrating all your personality quirks. He does not like when I'm working and I can't stop working. Like by work I usually mean crocheting, but any other but it includes admin stuff for my business, whatever. He doesn't like it when I'm working and can't really stop or don't want to stop in order to cuddle with him. Sometimes he will bite me because I'm not petting him. Sent me a pic. Where, in TikTok? No, TikTok you can't send pictures, right? In Discord? On your message, yes, but which app? In TikTok? I don't see. There you are. There you are. I didn't realize you could send pictures now. Oh, beautiful. Look at this kitty. It's so cute. Oh, yes. Hi. Yes. You gotta meow. You gotta yawn directly into my face. Now's a good time to hydrate some more. I've got my tea. It's very white. Oh yeah, I've started saying that Sawyer is the main character. He's the main character in our household. He's got main character energy. Everything's got to be his way. What is this? So I share this desk with my partner, and he left this bottle of fruit punch, but I think it's like Gatorade. Hydration drink. I've never seen this brand before. It has coconut water in it. Just hope she doesn't get jealous when baby arrives. Yeah, Sawyer would absolutely get jealous, whether it's like another cat or like another animal or a human baby. Sawyer gets jealous when I kiss my partner. And like we were together and living together when we got Sawyer. Like but I'm his human. if me and my partner hug, Sawyer will like try to get up in between us. Like, where's my hug? I need a hug too. You can't cuddle without me. Yeah, I started my own Discord, Belle. I can send you the link if you are interested. There's really not anything in it at the moment, but he rules the roost. He does indeed. Yeah, I can send you the link. I don't have anything set up for TikTok. I don't think links work in TikTok chat anyway. I can send it to you on Discord. Where's Chloe's? Belle. There you go. So yeah, I'm still growing my Discord. It hasn't been in existence for very long. It's going to be a mix of people who crochet or otherwise do fiber arts, but also people who don't. Because my Twitch channel, I've started streaming video games. So I've made friends doing that who play video games but don't do fiber arts. Sure. He moves around so much and I try to move the camera so that you can see him, but yeah, fiber arts is like the umbrella term for things like knitting, crochet. I believe weaving would be in there, but I don't know a lot of people who weave. Spinning, so like creating yarn. I don't know if cross stitch counts as fiber arts. I'm not sure. But yeah, when people say fiber arts, generally I think about crochet, knitting, and spinning yarn. Hey, where? Oh, you're sorry. I thought he was trying to eat something, but he was cleaning his foot. Gotta get that foot clean. What's out the window, huh? Window. You don't want to go to the window? Sawyer's about 8 or 9. I think we've had him for like 4 or 5 years, and he was 3 when we got him. He was estimated to be 3, so we adopted him from the SPCA, and he was found as a stray, so we don't actually know exactly how old he is. He's gone to the window. All right. Quickly, I can work. Okay. Okay, I need to loosen my watch a little. Oh, I have to clear the desk of cat fur as well. Hydration. I have the normal ADHD trifecta of tea, fizzy drink, and plain water. This fizzy drink is actually from last night, so it's not very fizzy yet. Yeah, hard to go wrong with Sawyer for stickers. I believe I made 7 beavers, and then this is a bear. I ran out of this color, but then I have a very similar color that I'm going to make a couple more out of. How many bears? I've made this one and then 2 bodies, which I need to finish. But I find it I think it depends on the pattern, but sometimes it's easier to mass produce the bodies and then do all the finishing touches all at the same time. So Belle, you should be able to see the chat up here. And so Fabulous is chatting on Twitch, not on TikTok. You're the only one I have right now on TikTok. So you can only see the people who have sent a message on TikTok in the chat. This is probably too small for you to read on TikTok because I'm assuming you're on your phone or a tablet. Let's see if I can make it bigger. Overlay, chat overlay. As long as you know. Okay. I'm just realizing that they're actually color coded too. So the Twitch has a like a little bit of a green background, but then TikTok is there's no color background. Yeah, I haven't really been having very many people come into my TikTok live since I started multicasting to Twitch and TikTok. But I had that really long gap of all right, so you can see that's okay, Belle. You don't need to move to Twitch. TikTok does not have any ads, and Twitch does have ads. So it's probably better on your end to stay on TikTok anyway. And I like having people in TikTok chat because I haven't had any. So yeah, I appreciate you supporting me on TikTok. I don't think I can... Yes, it'll show ads unless you pay money to subscribe. One of the things I do not like is if you, I don't know, so I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying if someone sends a heart me or similar on TikTok, I think I still don't have a way of actually seeing that they did it. Which I find really frustrating because it's like if someone sends something, I want to thank them, but if I don't know that they did it, then I can't thank them. You sent a heart me when I joined. Yeah, so I never saw it. So thank you very much for sending it. I really appreciate it. I just freaking wish I could see it. Because the way that I'm streaming, I'm not using TikTok Studio. I'm using another app called OBS, which is a standard thing for people to use for streaming. It's just I don't think there's a way for me to use TikTok Studio and OBS, but maybe I'm wrong. 2, 3, 4, 6. Kelly sometimes joins my streams, and I noticed she sent me something, but I only saw it after I stopped streaming because I was looking in the TikTok app. Oh, I saw it there. I can see it. Sent popular vote. Thank you so much for sending that. It must have just not been properly connected because I couldn't see your message earlier. So I'm glad that this works. I do not like that it doesn't auto connect. I have to manually connect it. Kelly is great. I love Kelly. Tammy did actually show up at one point too, but I think I didn't see her message before she left. Because again, I'm having this issue with, I have this app, a separate app, just for looking at chat, and it seems finicky, but it's the best. It's absolutely the best I have found so far, because it actually sends it aggregates all the chats into one chat, and then I can actually see that you've sent me I forget what they're called on TikTok. They're like bits on Twitch, but what are they freaking called on TikTok? GIFs? I think they're called GIFs. Well, yeah, that's a Go Popular, but a Go Popular is a type of gift. I think they're called gifts. Yeah, they're called gifts. One of the issues with crocheting on stream is you get distracted by talking, and then I have to make sure I count and have enough stitches, or the correct amount of stitches. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any way of me so if I like look, maybe I could set up the GIFs separately and then go live and then they'll be up there, but there's like no way for me to access my live through the app or anything like that. Like, I don't know how to adjust any of that without using TikTok Studio on the desktop. I might have to learn how to just use 2 apps instead of going through OBS. It's been so long, I don't even remember where everything is. They've probably changed things too. If I hit go live, Sawyer's rubbing against my legs because he wants attention. Live goal. Edit gift goal. Do you have any favorite current gifts right now? Oh, you lost my sound? Interesting. Yeah, let's just set something. How come I can't customize? There we go. That probably did not update anything. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see how to do something better with multi-streaming to TikTok. Thanks for that. You're awesome. So does that mean that the gift goal updated? Sawyer gave up and went to the window. Sorry, buddy, I'm working. As much as everyone would love to see you more than they want to watch me crochet, I need to work. They're all there now? Okay, cool. I'm glad that that worked. I didn't want to spend too much time doing it right now, but I will look at doing that in the future to make sure something is set up. Wow, 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 wow. He's headed somewhere in a hurry. Maybe he heard Greg. I've got headphones on, so I didn't hear anything. I had a little bit of trouble falling asleep last night. I had restless legs. So I got up and ate a piece of cheese. That did not help. And then I got up again. Just listening for Sawyer. I got up again and went into the bath, and that did it. Bath always works, but obviously a bath is more inconvenient than just having something to eat. I think I said bath always works. It does not always work. It usually works. I have had restless legs so bad that even a bath didn't work, though. Just realized I have not taken my meds today. Well, I'll be right back. Okay, today is Monday. Oh, there it is. I put all my pills in my mouth at the same time, but sometimes I miss. One doesn't make it. Yeah, I had limited options of like what I could eat that would be fast. We are out of bananas. I didn't want to have like a full meal Like I have meals prepared, but not small snacks. I should probably get up and stretch, as my bot has reminded me to stretch. I will finish this row. So I have a streamer friend called Marzin. They helped me with one of my bots, my chat bots. But I was still having issues with it. And so they actually hopped on a video call with me this morning and helped me fix it. And it's finally fixed now. I've been trying to fix it myself for a while. And I'm so relieved it's finally fixed. The thing that was broken, that wasn't working, was every time someone messages on Twitch who streams or has streamed, will automatically get a shout out. But it wasn't working. So it's finally working now. And because I always forget. So on Twitch, particularly when they're a friend or you just know that they're a streamer, it's a common courtesy to give them a shout out. So you you put a link to their Twitch channel and you say what the last game that they were playing was. Like there's command codes to do that, and it's common courtesy to do that. But partially because I'm a new streamer and partially because I have memory and brain injury issues, I always forget to do it. So I wanted the automatic shout out, and I got it. All right, so that is number 4, the fourth body. And I said I was going to do a stretch. I just got a notification, but I don't know. I don't know where the notification came from. Yeah, I do normally take magnesium glycinate. Fabulous. It's possible I didn't take it last night. It's possible that I forgot. It's part of my routine, so I'm pretty good at taking it every night, but yeah, I think it was Signal. It looked like Signal was not open, but I guess it was. I'm just getting up to stretch. See if I can get Sawyer's. He just looks like a blob in the window, kind of, but... Yeah, window cam. I'm sure that I could set up a better angle, but because there's a bird out there. He's staring very intently. He's got his intent ears on. Um, I can probably get a better camera angle for Sawyer, but I would probably disturb him and make him leave the window if I tried. So he moves around so much that I can't. There's no one specific camera angle I can set up that will always catch him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, you know, we live in Vancouver, which is one of the host cities. So my partner has not gone to a game because they're so expensive, but our city has a ton of viewing parties and stuff around. So my partner has been going out to a lot of those. We live pretty close to an area that has a really big watch party, like an outdoor venue kind of thing. So he can just walk over there. You still have to pay to get in, but I think it's like $40. It's not like hundreds of dollars. I have not been watching, but I do know that Canada tied and then lost and then won, I believe. I think we've played 3 games, and the one yesterday we actually won, which is like a historic first. Canada does not normally win at World Cup. I believe that when the first game that Canada played and tied, I believe that was the best Canada has ever done at the World Cup, is tie. Which is freaking hilarious. My partner will often be sitting at the computer and have like 2 different games that are both playing at the same time on. He does go in person to football games. Our local MLS team, they're called the Whitecaps. He goes to Whitecaps games. Morocco and Brazil beat Scotland, so the Tartan Army are home now and still celebrating. Yeah, I think I've seen some stuff about Scotland in the Scottish fans in Boston, and like a lot of memes online about Americans being influenced by the Scottish fans. Sawyer, do you want pets? No pets. You want to come up here? Sawyer. I'm not coming to the floor. No. If you want pets, you have to come up here. Come here. Pets. Pets. If he wants me to pick him up. There you are. I'm not picking you up, buddy. I won't not pick him up, but you know, either he wants to come up here or he doesn't, you know. Nice video of your bum. Yeah. Come here. Yes, he has a very nice coat. It's a dual layer coat too, so it's super soft. He's got a lot of fur. His piece of cat hair got in my eye last night, and I don't know if I ever got it out. It's just like the finest possible hair. Oh, he's loafing. Loafing. Yeah, cat hair in your eye hurts a lot. Doesn't matter how fine it is. I once actually pulled a hair out from my eye and it felt like friggin' like barbed wire or like a cheese wire. You know those wires that you use to cut like soft cheeses and stuff? It felt like that, pulling it out. It hurt a lot. Thank you for the rose. Sawyer's just making sure I take lots of breaks. He's the good kind of supervisor that ensures you take all your breaks. You sit down to eat. He might ask for some of your food, but doesn't actually want much of your food when he does ask for it. Sawyer. Let's see what happens if I stop petting him. Pet's all done, Sawyer? All done? Pet's all done? Are those your annoyed ears? Pet's all done, Sawyer. All done. Sawyer, pet's all done. All done. All done. I mean, I could crochet. I can crochet back here. Oh, I'm not allowed? Oh, he's looking at the yarn. He's trying to rub his face on my hands while I'm crocheting. He's like, if you're not gonna pet me, then I'm gonna pet myself. Okay, thanks for stopping in, Belle. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Or good evening. Bye. There we go. He just has to get bored enough of me not petting him to leave. Oh, I hope you get in fast. I hope they can get you in immediately. Oh, did I not do the second arm? I think I missed the second arm. Busy thinking about other things. How many we got? So that's 5 total, including the one that's finished. Well, that's fairly fast. I hope you're able to make it through today and tomorrow, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not painful. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. I wonder how often people swallow their crowns. Yeah, no doubt. It has fallen off at least half a dozen times over the past 25 years, and they never said they would glue it back on. You mean the exact same crown, or? Maybe there's issues with gluing the same one on. I need to go to the dentist again. I had a root canal, and it was really traumatizing because they couldn't get me fully numbed. I didn't stop feeling it until like the end of the appointment, and it went on way longer than root canals normally do because they kept having to stop to try and freeze me. And yeah, the appointment was like maybe 2 hours or longer, and it wasn't until like the last 15 minutes maybe that I actually was fully frozen. So that was traumatizing. And like, I understand that obviously, you know, when I'm getting cleanings or whatever, that it's not going to be painful like that. But, you know, the brain does what it does. And it's like, please do not go back there. Garbage truck passing by. Yeah, I think I'm going to request, if I ever have, I mean, I'm sure I'll have to have a root canal at some point. I'm going to request to go under because, like, you know, so they'll put the freezing stuff in your jaw, but then they also have stuff like around the tooth. I think the one that goes in my jaw just did not work at all. And that's the side, I've had issues with that side of my jaw, like when I had TMJ problems, and just like in general, it'll sometimes like pop out of place. So clearly there's something going on with that side of my jaw that affected their ability to put the numbing in, or for the numbing to actually work. I don't know. Gum line cleaning took 2 hours. And that's different than the regular cleaning. Clearly, if they have to use painkillers. Because they don't use painkillers for regular cleaning, right? Oh. They take your blood pressure before? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Never going to a specialist again? Yeah, the root canal that I had was done by a specialist. That's part of the reason why I thought maybe I have some hypermobility, is because that can cause issues with getting your teeth, or getting numbed when you get your teeth done. I feel like maybe my jaw is hypermobile, and then maybe my neck is too. My last root canal 3 years ago was done by a specialist, and it still hurts to this day. Yeah, it took a long time for... Window? Hi, Em. All done, Sawyer. All done. We've had 2 cuddle sessions. We've had 2 cuddle sessions in the last hour and a half. Can we please stop with the cuddles? Cuddles all done. All done. All done, Sawyer. All done. I'm sorry. I have to actually work. I am not keeping up with my timeline for crocheting. Nope. All done. Yeah. He'll... So I'll scoop him up like that, where I have his like body in my arms, but his like legs will be dangling down, and he just like lets himself dangle, and he'll often like put his like head on my arm. It's friggin' hilarious. I don't think he in particular likes being held like that. He just likes the attention. And I finally got my auto shoutouts working. You got an auto shoutout. Yes, he's such a baby boy. Just wants to be held. Especially when I'm working. If I'm working, he's like, hey, how come you're doing that instead of paying attention to me? But if I'm like watching TV or something, he's like chill to just sit in the window or something. Love the yarn I'm using. Yeah, this darker brown yarn is new to me. I normally use Bernat Blanket. I know you don't crochet, so this probably doesn't mean anything, but I use a brand called Bernat. And but it doesn't have a brown like this. It has very few, like there's like hundreds of colors of Bernat blanket. Need to move the overhead camera. Am I, which way? This way? You use Bernat blanket? Yeah, so it has like hundreds of colors, but it does not have a brown like this. It has the darkest brown it has is this one, which is like a, I don't know. It's not an okay. It's like a fine color, but it's just not, I don't know. This chocolate one is way better. This one is Loops and Threads, Demi Pearl. It's a little bit thicker than Bernat blanket. Even so, you know how Bernat blanket has like kind of two thicknesses. Like there's softer ones that are thinner, and then there's thicker, more robust yarns. This is like the more robust yarns, but it's even a little bit thicker. Yeah, I'm sure it would make a good blanket. It's a little stiff to work with. Like, people complain, oh, I'm done. People complain about Bernat blanket being really stiff and like hurting your hands. I don't really find that, but maybe it's because I pretty much exclusively use Bernat. But this is like stiffer than Bernat. So if you like Bernat, I think this will be fine. But for people who don't like Bernat because it's too stiff, this would be a nightmare. So we got one complete one and 5 bodies. I'm just mass producing the bodies and then gonna finish them off later. I think I've seen people make wearables with chenille yarn, and I could not imagine wearing a chenille garment. But I also, you know, being neurodivergent, I got sensory issues. I also run really hot, so something that's made it just with pure polyester is just like, sounds like a nightmare to me. I do not wear polyester. I cannot stand it. It took a little bit of getting used to crocheting with polyester, to be honest. You wore chenille in the 80s? Polyester was definitely used to be a big, I mean, polyester's still a big thing, but it was a lot worse back in the day. It seems like it was a lot worse back in the day. Just wiping off my crochet hook. It can get sticky when you've been using it for a while. Not necessarily because of your hands either. It just, people will like stick it in their hair to like get the hair oils to make it glide smoother. I need to put the arms of... There we go. Yeah, might be residue on the yarn. Have you made it to the pool yet? Are you just walking through? Go to the window? No? I mean, I guess you can sit there. He's gonna rub his face on the microphone. Closed until July 19th. Oh boy. Are you going to try and go to the other pool or... Pet's all done, Sawyer. Pet's all done. All done. You look sleepy. Why don't you go to bed? Sawyer, bedtime. Go. Sawyer, bedtime. Go in. Pet's all done. All done. Oh, way crowded has more kids. Yeah, I bet. The north end doesn't have any pools. That seems so wrong. Are you going to start going to the ocean? Go to Piper's Lagoon or something? Half of it is a wave pool, yeah. If you were to go to the ocean, which beach would you go to? Piper's seems like a good spot. Oh, parking, right. Go to Snanaz? There's double amount of the people here now. Yeah. Does that... I wonder... Oh yeah, that's awful in the webcam. Oh, swimming at midnight. That sounds fun. How often do they do that? Is like a weekly thing or a couple times a week? That sounds fun. And also very cold. I mean, I'm sure that there's going to be some nights where it's actually quite hot out at night, but she said just go and join. Yeah, just start going at midnight, and then you'll eventually run into them, even if they're not there every time you go. Are you usually awake that late? I know that you're sometimes awake, but not necessarily that active that late. At one point, consider getting a wetsuit. Yeah. I was going to suggest looking at used wetsuits, but might be difficult to find a larger one. I don't know. Or maybe men's ones would be okay. Half the issues you take grab at the, yeah. I don't think she would appreciate going at midnight or in the ocean. Ocean's a little bit scarier for someone who doesn't swim. Yeah, exactly. If it probably would be fine to take her someplace like where it's shallow for a long time, like Parksville, or I don't know if I mean, Westwood Lake is not a very good lake for swimming. I never, like, it's kind of a little yucky, you know, but I think it has a fairly good, like, slope for people who can't swim. And they have lifeguards, but there's no way that you're getting parking there during the day. Maybe like first thing in the morning, like really early. Yeah, Sawyer's definitely bored. He's investigating. They have float belts you bought from Stevenson Point Pool. Oh, you purchased some. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you would have to babysit her a lot more at the ocean or any outdoor, like, natural water body of water. Pet's all done, Sawyer. All done. Yeah, no, I know. See, he came and tried to solicit some pets, but gave up. Okay. So we're at 7. We need 3 more. Were you here? Did I tell you that you have an appointment July 29th? Woohoo! Party! Let me just count. I love so that little frog guy, his name is Pepe. He's a king prawn. No, he's a frog. I love Pepe. What was I going to say? Did I tell you, were you here when I was talking about how I actually slept properly? Two nights ago, I started using my, or maybe longer, I started using my weighted blanket again. I don't use my weighted blanket very much because it's really warm. So I usually have to use a thinner blanket. But I realized that I have been cold at night a lot. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I've been too cold. And so I've started using my weighted blanket again. Not just, I mean, I like weighted blanket in general, but also for the warmth. So I think that might have been one of my issues was I wasn't sleeping very long because I was too cold. So I slept for 9 hours on Friday night, Saturday morning. And then my sleep last night was a little messed up. Yeah. Because I had been sleeping like 5 to 7 hours. And yeah, it was just really messing up my schedule. I wasn't getting, it wasn't enough sleep. So with these 7 sacred animals here, 4 out of 7 of them, well, 5 if you count the eagle, 4 of them are like basically pure brown. And I didn't want them all to just be exactly the same brown, because it seems very, hey, Miss Aqua Goat, I will hydrate in 1 second. I didn't want them all to be like exactly the same. That's why the beaver is like this orangey color. And so when I got this chocolate brown, here, I'm going to hydrate. When I got this chocolate brown, I was like, okay, I have to make at least one of the animals this brown. And yeah, I chose the bear. These are bears. This is a beaver. Very similar. not quite the same. You can see the snout is different. Yeah, and then there's no tail on the bear. I could probably add a little tail, but yeah, they're very, very similar. So it's no surprise that they're harder to tell apart. People often ask me which one is which. I have them labeled, like I have little price tags that have the names on them of like, this one's a bear, this one's a beaver, but people don't always look at the tags. They're very smooshable. Especially the beaver uses a softer yarn. It's the same brand as this, sorry, the chocolate brown is a different brand, but the chocolate brown is similar to this other brown. It's a little more stiff. The beavers are a softer yarn, which have more squish. And I'm learning how to make it so that the teeth look separated instead of just like one big tooth. Because I would make two, but then they would just kind of mesh into one. You got your auto shout out. So you have a custom shout out, Miss Aqua Goat. And I was wondering if it would shout out the generic one and the custom one, and it appears that yes, you get shouted out twice. So I'll have to adjust that somehow. I just did that this morning, so I haven't had a chance to add all the people I want custom shoutouts for, but you've been in my chat lots lately, so I made sure to get you one. So after this one, I need to make 2 more bears, and then we can finish them all up. This is number 7. I hope you're doing well, Miss Aqua Goat. I hope you got good sleep. So I finished 7 beavers and then ran out of this color. I do have a slightly different color that I can do more of them. So you might be able to tell this is a lighter orange. This one's called Pumpkin Spice and this one's called Orange Leaf. Sadly did not sleep till 7 a.m. Oh, that's very relatable. It's very relatable. So yeah, we got the beavers, and then these ones are bears. No tail. Bears, yeah. So in the 7 sacred teachings, bears represent courage and beavers represent wisdom. Welcome to the Insomnia Club. Yeah. That would be a good theme for a Twitch channel, is an Insomnia Club. Oh no, tummy pain is up. Well, I hope you get some relief. Drinking ginger ale as we speak. I was just watching a video, a YouTube video about, hi mister. A YouTube video about homemade ginger beer and how it's actually really not that hard to make. And apparently people used to make it at home all the time before commercial soda became a thing. Have you seen this? Swallowed the crown. Yeah. I hope that the crown doesn't cause any pain issues. That's got to be rough. Yeah, this ginger, your family makes a lot of fermented foods. You had a ginger bug? Yeah, I've been thinking about making a ginger bug. It seems really easy. A lot easier than making a sourdough starter, which I failed at making hard. I make sourdough, but I tried making my own sourdough starter and it never happened. I had to get one from someone else. Yeah, so ginger bugs are different than kombucha because kombucha requires tea. And I think that like the mother has to be the same. So like kombucha is normally made with caffeinated tea, and I can't have caffeine. And you can apparently make kombucha with herbal tea, but the mother has to be made with herbal tea, something like that. I looked into it at one point and I'm like, this seems like a lot of work. And I'm not even a big fan of kombucha anyway. Like I drank it, but it was so easy for kombucha to not taste very good that I was like not really interested in trying to make it myself. Probably the healthier it is, the worse, the more I don't like it. It's been a big help if you can handle the taste. You do prefer kombucha from the store. I can't have caffeine. So if the kombucha was made with caffeinated tea, then I cannot have it. And most kombucha is made with tea, so caffeine triggers migraines. So like at one point I was so sensitive to caffeine that I couldn't have chocolate. I can have chocolate again, thankfully, but yeah, that's how sensitive I was that sensitive that I couldn't have. If I ate too much chocolate, I would get a migraine. So if you quit caffeine because of ADHD, oh, interesting, yeah. You struggle with caffeine? Yeah, it's having chronic fatigue and not being able to have caffeine or any other, like anything that gives me energy I cannot do. So that's 8. You self-medicate with caffeine? Yeah, so with some people it improves their symptoms, and unfortunately other people it causes symptoms. So I have to be careful with sugar too. Sugar causes symptoms. I can't have cannabis, can't have alcohol. I'll get like a 7-day migraine, like stay in your room, only get up to go to the bathroom, can't really eat, can't really open your eyes kind of migraine. I haven't like tested, so I've gotten better. My illness has gotten better, but I'm not really inclined to try testing things that I can't things that I can't have. So like maybe I could have caffeine again, but like I have to like plan on having a migraine for 7 days if I have it. Yeah, not worth it. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, you guys get it because, you know, chronically ill spaces understand, but most of my in real life friends are not chronically ill. And so when I first started telling them that I don't consume alcohol or cannabis or caffeine anymore, they always like congratulate me as if but very fortunate that I've only ever gotten 1 migraine in 41 years. Yeah, I was not migraine prone before okay, well, where are the ads at? Ad in progress. I'll wait for the ads to end. We only got 22 seconds left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mm. 10 more seconds. Get up and stretch or have something to drink if you guys are here. Welcome back. I was gonna say I was not migraine prone before I got ill. So I got a concussion in 2017, and that was the beginning of my chronic illness issues. What was I going to say? Oh, my friends in real life are not chronically ill, or at least not that I know of. And so whenever I was telling them like, oh, I'm not drinking, I can't drink anything, can't drink alcohol, can't have cannabis, can't have caffeine, they would always congratulate me as if I was like sober, or as if he was like an accomplishment. And I was like, no. This is not my choice. So it's such an interesting dynamic, because, you know, I guess most people, when they talk about not drinking alcohol, it's because of like alcoholism reasons, which, you know, I support people talking about it, being it more visible and then that kind of stuff. But when that's not related to why I'm not drinking alcohol, it's weird to be congratulated for it. Be like, it's a consequence. it's like a, you know, I wouldn't quite go so far as saying it's a punishment, but like, you know, it's more like it's not something to be congratulated when in my situation specifically, but I understand and I appreciate why people would congratulate me because I think that's important. It just feels weird to be congratulated on it. I have to blow my nose again. We've got some streamers in chat. Looks like Sparky Spirits, you stream. I'll give you a follow. And we had someone else. I was busy gabbing away. Strawberry. Do I already follow you? I do. I thought so. So yeah, I believe you're both fiber artists. So if you guys want to follow more fiber artists, they also stream. I finally got my bot auto shouting out streamers. Follow me, Sparky. I don't feel like that's not in the right place. Don't stream much in the summer. You would stream clean? Like cleaning streams? Body doubling stream. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good to not stream with them in the background. I have a friend who's streams on TikTok. I am multi-streaming to TikTok and YouTube right now, but pretty much only get people on Twitch. I have a friend who streams on TikTok, and one of her children came into the frame briefly, and she got a streaming ban. It didn't last very long, but she got a temporary streaming ban. Do deeper clean on stream. I've been trying to convince Fabulous to stream sometimes. Either art or like cleaning is a big one. People like body doubling. But Fabulous also has a very busy life, so she's not as chronically online as the rest of us. I think that's what your partner and you do. You knit mostly? Cool. I knit as well, but I have a plushie business. So most of my making is around that. Usually get 0 views. Yeah. I'll go through periods. I have streamer friends that I've made friends with people who stream on Twitch. Mostly people who game. I haven't made a ton of friends in the crafting space, but I'm trying to do that more. And so they'll come support me, but yeah, there's often no one in here and I'm just talking to myself, but I don't mind too much because it's good practice for me to talk because I don't spend much of my day talking. like I live with my partner, but he works nights, and then, you know, he's sleeping, or he'll leave the house and I don't really leave the house very much. So there's a lot of hours in the week where I'm not talking at all. I'll talk to our cat, but and it's good for me to practice sitting up as someone who is I was so chronically ill that I was unable to sit up for a while. Started doing the cleaning streams because you caught yourself getting stuck on the couch. Yeah. So I would do TikTok lives where I would clean the kitchen and cook, and even without anyone in the stream, it would help me stay in the kitchen and not just, because while being chronically ill, I would need to take breaks. It was just easier for me to like power through it and kind of not think about my body, I guess. It was, you know, the it being fun kind of helped override some of the physical issues. I would still need to take breaks, of course, but I would take my phone with me to the living room and sit on the couch for a while and then go back to the kitchen. Always feels a little more fun, and if anyone's watching, it's a fun way to chat. Yeah, good to catch up with people. I think I need a cold drink. I have 3 drinks going still, but none of them are actually like ice cold. Maybe I put ice in my tea. I don't have very much tea left, but I'm just getting warm sitting here. This computer chair always makes me sweaty. Ginger, kombucha, and flat water. Are they like elementary school? Plus all the friends they bring over. Yeah. I don't have children, but I do have a partner, and sometimes it feels a little bit like a parent-child relationship. Sometimes I'm the child, sometimes he's the child. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. One more. We got one more, you guys. Pretty independent. but it's loud and always busy and just loud. Yeah. I'm really grateful that I don't have to deal with children being chronically ill. I've never wanted children, but one of my good friends had a baby last year, and we always joke about like being next door neighbors or living together and stuff like that. But being a migraine prone person, like even her baby is actually very well behaved. Like she does not really cry a lot. But it's still like, even though we're never actually going to live together and we're never going to be next door neighbors, it's fun to like imagine it. But even the imagination is like getting tainted because I wouldn't be able to handle being around kids very much. 6, 7. I have a hard time being outside too. Fun to imagine, yes. Yeah, I was messaging a couple people on Sunday and I was like, I left the house yesterday. Like that's how rare it is. Like I'll leave the house for going to the grocery store, which I do like once a month. I go to Costco with my partner and then he fills in the little things we need during the month. And then I'll go when I'm doing a market, but I'm hoping to do a market no more than once a month. You went to Costco without kids for the first time in a month? I have not gone to the bank yet. The bank is closed on Sunday and Monday in my neighborhood. So I didn't make it to the bank on Saturday because I just had to go to sleep. And then it's been closed since then. So I could call Indigenous Services and yell at them. Not yell at them. I wouldn't actually yell at them, but express my frustration. I should probably, so I've been live for almost 2.5 hours. I should probably end at or before 3 hours. It's nice to go to Costco by yourself. I do appreciate going with my partner, but there's so much freedom in going by yourself. I know. I don't think any grocery stores have that anymore. The little play, like daycare, basically free daycare. Friggin' genius idea. You just pay 1, maybe 2 teenagers to like watch over them, but I bet the liability issues has gone up. I miss a stitch. Yeah. Here, my children. I'll be back sometime. See ya. Had planned to take the kids with you, but then you were thinking about when was the last time I left the house without any kids. Yeah. Yeah, when they're old enough to, like, that you can leave them at home. Oh, you just... Okay, husband got home. Okay. By the time I was, like, in grade 7, maybe, I had started babysitting. Sad when me time is grocery shopping. That's good. Yeah, my partner was pretty upset when I was more ill. I would still go to the grocery store with him. It was very taxing on me. He got into, like, existential crisis about how the only time we ever leave the house together is when we're going grocery shopping. But I've gotten better, thankfully, so I still don't really like going anywhere. I've always been very much of a homebody. Since I was a very young child. Felt that. I've always been a homebody. When the pandemic, so I was already ill and not working when the pandemic started happening. And, you know, like a month after, you know, everything got shut down, my partner got home and he held out his hand. He's like, get up. I was like, why? And he's like, we're going outside. I was like, why? Like, he thought he was very depressing, or that I was depressed or something, that I wasn't leaving the house. But I was perfectly happy to not leave the house. And he's like, oh, okay, never mind then. He was like trying to, like, encourage me, but I didn't want to be encouraged. Just realized I'd gone past the beginning of my round and didn't change to the next step in the pattern. Yeah. Yes, grocery delivery is amazing. I do use grocery delivery, but and honestly, I have not really had any issues with it in terms of, like, them choosing what, like, pretty much almost everything is always in stock, and then they properly pick whatever I wanted. Like, I don't have issues like people complain about online. But I think part of that issue is maybe Instacart versus the in-store delivery. Like, our grocery store does not use a third party. I mean, they might use a third party, but I'm not aware of it. I just use their website. I mean, I'm not sure if it's actually has to do with the size of the city. It maybe does, but have you had issues with Superstore not fulfilling your order correctly? Like, people talk about how they ordered tampons and then they got the replacement of potatoes instead of tampons. Like, that's nothing like that has ever happened to me. I mean, if the store is often out of stock, then that's one thing. But getting completely nonsense replacements is the thing that I see online people complain about the most. I fill up the notes section for replacements. Like, I'll be like, if you don't have this brand, I'll take any other brand. Just make sure it's plain Greek yogurt or something like that. Or, you know, I'll put in the notes like, you can choose this other one, but if you don't have that, then, or like, if it's like a flavored thing, I'll be like, you can choose any flavor if this one is out of stock, stuff like that. Done Walmart online orders, haven't had a wild replacements like that. Yeah. Gave up, tried Superstore, tried Save On. Suppose it was early days. Yeah, so early in the pandemic, I'm sure it would have been way different. When you were here last, Fabulous, we did Superstore delivery, and I don't think we had any problems with that, right? But again, bigger city. Although I don't know if that city is that different than where you are, but this is the last row, you guys. Yeah, I've never had to like super rely on anything for meals. I think just one time I was like specifically planning on making tacos, and I had ordered some things from Superstore for delivery, and everything was in stock. So I didn't have to worry about it. But I also know, like, I now know some things that are like likely to be out of stock, like plain Greek yogurt is gonna, you know, with this protein craze, plain Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are two things that have a high probability of being out of stock, certainly on the specific brand that I request. But I think Manila is better for delivery and groceries. Yeah, it's probably true that more people do delivery here, and so maybe it's just more. Your latest order from Amazon was delayed over a week. I mean, part of that is just being delivered from the mainland to the island, right? Okay, I think we're 2, 4, 6, 8. I apologize for counting out loud. I know that crocheters can mess crocheters up. We need the eyeballs and the noses. This bag is just safety eyes and safety noses. So there's the safety eyes, and there's the noses. We got our reference guy. And then I need this guy. If any of you do amigurumi, I highly recommend this kind of tool. This is actually 3D printed. I ordered it from someone off Etsy, but it's a really basic tool. It's really nice and compact, does lots of different sizes. Highly recommend that style. I've tried the like plastic plier thing before. It did not work. Certainly for my needs anyway. I often don't need a tool for safety eyes and noses, but when you need it, and it can be very frustrating without it. I might have to do some of these without a safety nose and just do embroidery, because getting the backs on is such a bulky area. Oh, I did it. Okay. You were doing it all wrong. Yeah, I'll often just start single crocheting the whole way around without even like thinking about it, if I'm without doing the pattern as I'm supposed to. If I'm like busy talking or otherwise distracted, I'll just be like happily doing single crochets all the way around, and have to frog a row or two. Thankfully all my projects are small, so like a row is not actually that far. It's not that I don't have big rows. Like these are 16 stitches in a round. What kind of project are you working on? Is it a wearable? Blanket? I'm always curious what people making a lace yoke tee. Oh, I would love to see a picture. You can post links in chat. I also have a Discord. I've been thinking about doing a thing. I think it was Rabbit or Fox on Twitch who has this thing. Maybe it's somebody else, where people will post what they're working on, and then she like does a little show and tell every so often and shows them all off. I thought that was a great idea, and I'd love to do that because I'm always curious what people are working on. I mean, you can always just post like the picture of the like the pattern picture. Uh-oh, nose. Okay. Oh no. See, this is what I'm afraid of. That one's secure. That one feels pretty secure too. There you go. I do have my Discord like restricted, not restricted, but like you have to type the command in because just scammers and spammers are just so prevalent on Twitch. Let me know if that link's not working. It should be fine, but... I need to get some kind of overlay for Twitch too. That could be much better. It's beautiful. I love lace so much. Oh my god. Come on. I guess I could have edited in the software. Why? Is it not getting smaller? What is happening? Is it just a giant photo? It might be a giant photo. There we go. Jeez. It's beautiful. I love, like I said, I love, oh, that is nice. I like that. What kind of yarn are you using? Is it wool yarn or? Phones can take very large photos. Yeah, that's really nice. The pattern has merino and silk as the yarn. Are you using wool? Let me open that again in Discord so I can view it up close. %50 wool, 25% silk, 25% poly. That must be a very cozy yarn. I really want to knit some wearables, but I live in Vancouver and I run hot, so like it never gets cold here. I don't really go outside even, and so like knitting a sweater just does not really make sense. I still want to knit a sweater, but it's not a high priority. It's very soft, hoping to finish before school starts. You're a teacher and it'd be fun to wear to work. Yeah. I've made toques and like shawls and crocheted cardigans and stuff like that. But I would love to do like a lacework shawl or knit some kind of like tank top situation. I wear cardigans all the time and want to make a cardigan for school. Yes, yeah. If I left the house more, I probably would prioritize it more. But even the cardigans I have made, I still don't wear them that much because I'm always on the couch under a blanket, basically. Which is why I want to do like some kind of tank top kind of situation. Maybe with linen or maybe with bamboo. A friend of mine made a linen shirt or tank top. And I was like, oh, yes, I want to do that. Yeah, I do have some bamboo from Michael's. Their in-house bamboo yarn. I have to check the nose every time I put it on. I think I understand where to put it now. I have to put it in one of these stitches above the snout. It's one of the things I hate about really thick yarn. I mean, there's lots of things that I'm not a fan of, but putting in safety eyes and noses, especially noses. Noses are brutal in this kind of yarn. But one of my first knit projects was a lacework toque hat. And I had so much fun. I tried making a lacework shawl, but then I ended up making so many mistakes on it that I just ended up frogging it and then never started it again. Starting to get a little hungry. I should make some kind of bean meal, I think. Maybe I'll make that bean pasta sauce again. I still have more cooked turkey meat in the freezer. I can add to it. I've been on the protein and fiber train, which is a trend, but I came to it because I realized that how much my diet was influencing my health. Like not just in general, but like if I eat the wrong thing, I pretty much immediately get chronic fatigue. My chronic fatigue increases, and for the like rest of the day and the next day. And I need to talk to a dietitian or a doctor or something about it, but I decided that to try doing more protein, more fiber to like slow my digestion and like even out my blood sugar so that it doesn't have peaks and valleys. I feel like that's one of the big issues I have. And so that's how I came to high protein, high fiber. I'm not doing no carbs, but I'm doing, I'm watching the carbs. That's an eyeball. Making cookies. Nice. Ooh, that was close. Okay, I think I'm going to finish putting in these safety eyes and noses, and then I'm gonna end the stream. We can go raid somebody. Is this a nose or an eye? That's an eye. We can see who's online. KB Fibers is on crocheting. And then I have some other friends who are not in crochet who are streaming. Let's see, same category. I guess we're doing KB Fibers. Last one. This eye is not staying in. Maybe I could put it in a slightly different spot. Maybe it's the washer? Maybe it's the eyeball. Okay, I think that works. Okay, let's go raid KB Fibers. So there's my raid message. The first one is for subs, and the second one is for people not subbed. And then we can go raid KB Fibers. There we go. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I really appreciate you guys spending time with me. Yeah, I need to go get something to eat, so we're raiding out. See you next time. Bye.